ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল ক্লাছ 12ৰ ইণ্ডিগো নামৰ লেছনটোৰ 2 মাৰ্কছ কেৰি কৰা কুৱেশ্যনৰ আনসাৰবিলাক আমি আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ আগবাঢ়িছোঁ। তো প্ৰথম কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What was the incident that prompted Gandhi to raise his voice of protest against the British? কোনটো ঘটনা আছিলে হলে ব্ৰিটিছৰ বিৰুদ্ধে গান্ধীক তেওঁৰ মাত মাতিবৰ কাৰণে বা তেওঁলোকৰ বিৰোধিতা কৰাৰ আন্দোলন কৰাৰ বাবে কোনটো ঘটনাই তেওঁক উছটাইছিলে বা উৎসাহিত কৰিছিলে বা বাধ্য কৰাইছিলে When Gandhi reached Champaran, he saw exploitation and injustice done to the sharecroppers by the landlords. It took Gandhi almost a year for an honorable settlement of the sharecroppers. This was the incident that prompted Gandhi to raise his voice of protest against the British. Asolate etsoa this was the incident. What was called this was the incident. এইখিনি পার্ট আমার কুৱেশ্যনতে আছে, গতিকে এইখিনি কথা আমি ভালকে বুজিলেই আমাৰ এনসাৰটো আমি লিখিব পৰা হ'ম। নেক্সট কুৱেশ্যন What did Gandhi tell Rajkumar Shukla? গান্ধীক কমপ্লেইন কৰি তেওঁক চম্পাৰণলৈ আনিবলৈ বুলি যেতিয়া গৈছিলে শুক্লা, গান্ধীয়ে শুক্লাক কি কৈছিলে? Gandhi told Rajkumar Shukla that he had committed to go to Kanpur and other parts of India. So he expressed his inability to accompany Shukla to his district Champaran. তেওঁৰ অসমৰ্থতাৰ কথা গান্ধীয়ে জনাইছিলে শুক্লাক, যিহেতু তেওঁ কানপুৰ আৰু ভাৰতৰ অন্যান্য জায়গাত তেওঁ ইতিমধ্যে যাম বুলি কথা দিছিলে। Why was Gandhi impressed with Shukla? Though Shukla came to know that Gandhi was not in a position to accompany him to his district very soon, he did not leave Gandhi. Instead, he followed Gandhi wherever he went. For weeks he followed Gandhi and begged his words. This tenacity and resolute nature of Shukla impressed Gandhi. Why did the servants at Rajendra Prasad's house think Gandhi to be another peasant? কেলে গান্ধীক আন এজন খেতিয়ক বুলি ভাবিছিল? আন এজন মানে এজনটো শুক্লা হলেই। Gandhi visited Rajendra Prasad's house with Rajkumar Shukla, a poor illiterate peasant whom the servants knew. Moreover, Gandhi was very simple in his dress and manner, so the servants thought Gandhi to be another peasant. Why did Gandhi agree to a settlement of 25% refund to the farmers? Gandhi thought that the amount of refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender part of the money and with it part of their prestige. So Gandhi agreed to a settlement of 25% refund to the farmers. Next question. How did the episode of 25% refund change the plight of the peasants? The settlement of 25% refund to the peasants abolished the sharecropping system, resulting political and economic solutions. The peasants understood that they had rights and they had defenders. They learned courage. What was the attitude of the average Indians in smaller localities towards the advocates of Home Rule? The average Indians in smaller localities were afraid to show sympathy for advocates of Home Rule. They tried to keep distance from them and afraid to shelter them. Why was Gandhi not allowed to draw water from the well? The servants at Rajendra Prasad's house mistook Gandhi to be a peasant as he visited with Rajkumar Shukla, a poor peasant. At that time, mostly low-caste people were engaged in cultivation. The servants presumed him to be untouchable, so Gandhi was not allowed to draw water from the well, lest some drops from his bucket pollute the entire water of the well. Why did Shukla come to the Congress session in Lucknow? Rajkumar Shukla came to the Congress session in Lucknow to complain about the injustice of the landlord system in Bihar. Why did Gandhi decide to go first to Muzaffarpur? Gandhi decided to go first to Muzaffarpur to obtain more complete information about condition than Shukla was capable of imparting. Why did Gandhi cheat the lawyers of Muzaffarpur? Gandhi cheated the lawyers of Muzaffarpur for collecting big fee from the sharecroppers. What was the long-term contract? The Indian tenants had to plant 3/20th or 15% of their holdings with indigo and surrender the entire indigo harvest as rent. That was done by long-term contract. Thank you.